While I'm here, I'm going to tell you something else that a lot of people don't know. You ever had a toilet go slurp, 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 slurp whenever you flush it, or a sink, or you pull the drain and it takes time for the sink to go down, and then when it does, it slurps. That's these roof vents are most being replaced with Studer valves in the house, but all spring and summer, mud daubers come and build. This one ain't got none in it, but I'm going to check the other two in a minute. Mud daubers come and go down inside that pipe and build their little mud dauber nest in there, and they have time to do it all summer, and then the first rain it starts again, like here in North Carolina anyway. You know, sometimes we have a dry summer. It might go 20 days without rain, but then mud daubers just fill it up, and then it'll rain for a week. And those mud daubers put in there gets weak and falls down the pipe to the first joint. And once it falls down the pipe to the first joint, it's like a mud ball. I mean, just imagine taking a mud ball and dropping it down the hole. And it goes down to that first joint, and it kind of seals it up. And it takes quite a few rains for it to, for the water to actually hit the hole and get enough water down in there to wash that stuff on down past that joint. But the entire time that it's stopped up, you're going to have problems with your water draining out, because there can't no air go back down in to chase the water out of the pipes. So if you got a toilet that's slurping or whatnot, a lot of times all you got to do is just drag a hose up on the roof, stick a hose in this thing, and wash the mud out of it from possibly even years of accumulation down there in that first joint, and then you're done with it. Or just put Studer valves underneath the sinks, and next time you get shingles, get rid of these things. Get rid of the maintenance. Get rid of the problem. If it's installed right, the potential for a leak is almost zero. But it's still a maintenance problem. These things go bad depending on the heat, how much sun. There's one over there in the kitchen. It's not bad. The other two are bad. That one over there gets shade most of the time, so it needs replaced too. But just out of sheer maintenance, do you do it now, or do you wait for it to be a problem? It's not a if it's going to fail. It's a when it's going to fail with any of these things like this. So that's something to think about. This right here wasn't done correctly. So here's what they did. They put in the nails, and then they put some tar over top of the nails. Well, that tar dries out and it's chipped off. But what they didn't do was, if you know you're going to put a nail somewhere, look at these, they're just pulled out. If you know you're going to put a nail somewhere, you put tar underneath it. That way all this water that comes down here, half of an inch, water's going to run that far, and it's just going to start rusting that nail out, and it's just going to be a leak. It's not a, it ain't rocket science. Everything has steps. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. If you skip 2, you know, there's going to be a problem. When was the last time y'all inspected your roof? When was the last time you inspected your crawl space? When was the last time you inspected the drainage? Call me.